Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to the inaugural Endowus Investment Summit here in Hong Kong. We're so excited to be here in Hong Kong. Greg is actually based here, but I'm based in Singapore. So I'm just traveling up for this summit. So great to be here. We welcome everybody. I hope that this session is as rewarding and fruitful for you. I want to open up with a story. In 1985, Yale University's endowment was a mere $1 billion. In 1985, David Frederick Swenson took over the role of Chief Investment Officer. And from 1985 to, unfortunately, when he passed away in 2021, over 36 years, he was able to generate, him and his investment office was able to generate over 13% annualized returns through multiple cycles, which meant that if they had maintained all of that money and not spent it, as an endowment should, on the building of Yale University, that amount of $1 billion would have been $100 billion. So that's what Endowus is. That's where Endowus's name comes from. Endowment investing for all of us. So we have a team of 150 people globally who are really dedicated to building the technological platforms, the investment solutions and products that will benefit individuals, their families and family offices, and quasi-institutional investors to succeed in building wealth over the long term. We started back in Singapore in 2017. We're famous for being the first digital advisor for Singapore's Central Provident Fund. So we started with the mission of not only providing institutional endowment-style investing for everybody, but to really try to solve the biggest problems as an individual that we have, which is retirement adequacy and the global pension crisis as well.
When people talk about Endowus, they think of wealth and technology. And I think a lot of things happening in fintech have confused these things from really the innovation that is required for the next companies in this next sort of century to succeed. And our wealth and technology is really about changing the business model and the service model. Okay? We're not here to just digitize fund access. We're here to change the way in which this industry operates. Business model, conflict-free, paid only by our clients on assets. This means having no incentive to churn or create transactions, which is what a lot of us have experienced on other platforms, and no incentive to sell high commission products. In many places in the world, this is now baked into the regulation. In Asia, not yet, but we think it is coming, and we also want to educate and generate demand for this future business model that leads to better client outcomes. In service model, with technology, we can lower the cost to serve. We can make a solution like Endowus available to an individual investing 10,000 Hong Kong dollars, all the way to institutions investing over hundreds of millions, if not billions. And we're very proud today that our platform serves individuals investing 10,000 Hong Kong dollars and institutions now deploying over $100 million US dollars through the Endowus platform. Lower cost, total control, and transparency. And we can do this because we're conflict-free. And in this, with independence and partnership, much like today, where we are sponsored to run this conference with the help of many, many industry participants and fund managers, working with fund managers to seek globally best-in-class strategies and make them available to our clients on an independent basis. Again, that is not driven by commissions. And then, of course, most importantly, partnership with the client. If the client succeeds, Endowus succeeds. The business model is set up that way, so it doesn't matter if you trade 100 times, Endowus cannot make more money on you. The only way we can grow our business is if you grow your assets on Endowus. It's actually very similar to the way a lot of our fund management partners are set up. We're really bringing this to the last mile from the fund managers to the individuals trying to manage their wealth, to act as a fiduciary advisor. Yeah.
So we've built something that is unique for a digital platform, and I think we wanted to highlight some of the great partnerships we have. We actually have access to more than 50 global and local fund managers, over 200 of the best-in-class products that will be the building blocks through which we build portfolios. But we have an outsourced CIO office, an investment professional group of more than 12 people that are providing that institutional-grade service of fund manager due diligence, things that an endowment model, institutional model would implement. And through those building blocks, we're able to build portfolios that are most suitable for you, continue to monitor that and optimizing it for you. And the most important number there is obviously the zero, the conflict-free, because we are not paid by anybody other than the client. The fund manager normally would pay the private bank or the bank that's distributing their products. Endowus does not receive a single cent. If we do get paid, we will return that 100% back to the client, and we're the first to introduce that model here in Hong Kong.
And in terms of product selection, as a result of having zero conflict of interest, we can select product that we offer to our clients based on the product's merit, their proven implementation, having a systematic edge, and very importantly, net returns after fees. By doing so, not based on commissions. And when it comes to advice, I think, a lot of times, we want to run this conference a bit differently. We're not going to give you a house view. House views, if you follow them, over longer time periods, have a lot of struggle to consistently outperform the overall market and the pricing that the markets actually provide. So when Endowus talks about evidence-based advice, it means having an evidence-based and liabilities-driven approach to you setting up goals at the right risk, liquidity, duration, and returns so that you can meet the liabilities in your actual life. And we call these core goals towards your strategic needs and satellite goals to express any views you might have. And together, collectively, they make up your overall asset allocation. Exactly the same way sophisticated endowments do it. Why, the question that we try to answer is, why is it that we as individuals cannot achieve the same level of diversification, the same level of customization, and access to great products at fair costs? And across the risk spectrum, from money market funds, fixed income equities, liquid alternatives, hedge funds, all the way to private credit, private equity, direct real estate, and from beta, passive indexing, all the way to alpha, multi-manager, multi-strat hedge funds, they are available on the Endowus platform today. We're excited in our full-service launch where, as an Endowus client, you can buy a portfolio of multi-strategy hedge funds entirely on the platform as of today. And then what our investment office does, run by Sam, is constructs portfolios across the risk spectrum and helps you allocate those portfolios, these pre-optimized portfolios, to your specific goals. And many of our partners speaking here today, they are components, they are building blocks in our portfolios. If you prefer to pick your own funds, you can do that as well and build a one-fund portfolio. But really, we're here to be your sounding board. We're here to help you achieve the best outcomes to help you reach your goals. And what you end up getting is something best in class, personalized, and ultimately what we think is the most important thing about wealth management is gaining peace of mind. Is not being bothered by calls in the middle of the night, structured products blowing up, margin calls, etc. We want you to have peace of mind so you can focus on the much more important things in your life and for your family. Very excited today, again, as mentioned, hedge funds, private equity, private credit, over 200 strategies in public markets available seamlessly on the Endowus platform with, again, no incentive to churn, no trailer commission, so no subscription fees, no redemption fees, extremely transparent, low-cost access to our human advisors available on the platform. And then monitoring that as well. So people are like, how do you monitor private equity on a platform? Monthly NAVs for these new evergreens that have come out over the last 10 years, completely transparent, completely accessible, consolidated with the rest of your holdings throughout the Endowus platform. So everything from money market funds for your daily liquidity needs, all the way to generational wealth planning on the platform available today. Incredible impact and progress for clients, the industry, and society if we manage to break through and really proliferate conflict-free wealth management in Asia and Hong Kong. We think that this will help our generation and the future generations ahead, and establish Hong Kong as the wealth hub that it is for the region. We are here for you. A lot of people think that we're only digital, but that's not really the case. We're human. If you want to talk to a human client advisor, that's available. We're automated, and we're digital, and that helps us lower our cost to serve. We serve individuals, that's retail and high net worth, and that's from 10,000 Hong Kong dollars. We serve family offices through Endowus and through our partner, Gregory Private. Institutions managing their treasuries, foundations, charities, endowments have been one of the fastest growing segments of our business. And finally, do a lot of wealth education with employees and societies. So if that is of interest to any of your organizations, please reach out to us. And ultimately, we hope that everyone can invest better to live better. Okay, I'll pause there and carry on with the program. Thank you.